So I was listening to the Excel podcast and trying, getting away from you, and all of a sudden, they read out a letter from a Mrs. Sandeep Mahal. So is this something you want to talk about?
Yes. Do you know how we got? Do you know how we got to this place? It's actually you that pissed me off about it.
Are you transitioning? He refers to you as a lady.
The fact that my actual birth name is quite androgynous, like David Bowie in the 70s, that doesn't really help.
Well, I wouldn't say David's androgynous.
Let's cut to this shit, right? So basically, oh look, I swore. Ooh, bum bums, right? We had a conversation at one point where Alexei Sayle is one of my comedy heroes. And when he did his podcast, I just thought that he was actually doing this, just doing it just to be relevant, even though he doesn't need to. And I drunkenly had an argument that I threatened to send him an email. And I basically found out from you that he actually read my email as a female. So that was beautiful. So I'm not transitioning. It's just that everyone thinks I'm a girl, especially with my voice right now.
He gave a 10-minute piece in a podcast about.
But do you notice how he feminized the entire reply?
The best thing about
it was so sweet. She was so sweet in her email.
Yeah, if he realised you were a bloke, he would have gone, "What an absolute douchebag."
This bellend's got a bit of a point, isn't he? That's pretty much what he'd say. That's what to be honest, even my parents say that about me. But that's fine. I can live with that.
But no, the funniest thing for me was because he was basically saying, "Don't worry about me." It's essentially he's doing like a caricature of himself in this podcast, and he's fine. He's absolutely fine. Don't worry. And
he's fine. Of course he's going to be fine. He's got 30 years of talent thrown across TV and radio and books. What have we done? A chintzy podcast that nobody listens to apart from someone in Wisconsin.
Hello out there in Wisconsin.
Yes. Hi, Wisconsin. We love you.
But the funny thing for me was that you completely miss what he was doing and completely didn't see. You took everything on face value. And so he actually had to explain the concept of what he was doing and building this kind of caricature of himself and this persona in the same way that Stuart Lee does, etc., etc., etc. You refer to yourself as someone who likes comedy and knows a lot about comedy, and you've missed that one. Oh, your Columbo skills are a bit on the wonk, aren't they? Don't worry, don't worry, Miss Marple. You don't have to retire just yet because Sans has got some training to do.
It's called having an opinion. We had the argument where I thought I could see the Emperor's new clothes, but you saw the actual talent of what he was actually doing. So yes, I completely missed the point, and I'm proud to be stupid. Thank you for pointing that out. No, that's good. Anything else? But do you know what we've just done?
What?
We've turned Alexei Sayle's Life Woes into Life Wins. It's as simple as that. So we've actually given a just a tip treatment to Alexei Sayle, and I'm hoping that he'll appreciate the love that we give him. Anyway, what's this about cryptocurrency? Are you actually going to get cryptocurrency now?
Please do not take any advice from us. The currency of Bitcoin can go up as well as down, and actually is not a real currency anyway.
So, wait, you've done a bit of cryptocurrency in your time, because you're a bit of a shady guy.
Yeah, shady lady. That's what I am, as per Alexei Sayle's podcast.
The shady lady?
Well, look, Kit, I'm going to be honest with you, right? How much do you know about cryptocurrency?
I could probably write it on a
postage stamp. That's the best analogy people can use.
Yeah, not even a postcard. Yeah, postage stamp. Yeah.
Basically, cryptocurrency is some digital currency that you can't spend anywhere. So
you can. You can.
Where? Some vegan pub in North London.
No, you can. The Kings of Leon's latest album, you can buy in cryptocurrency.
What if you're not a fan of Kings of Leon? What if I'm a Beck fan or a Rolling Stones fan? Can I buy their album with Bitcoin?
You could. Yeah, it's now coming. And I think that clears up everything.
Yeah. Were you trying to say Piers Morgan's name backwards again?
No, I was just talking about the cryptocurrency.
Yeah, but I don't like Kings of Leon, so why would I be pigeonholed into buying one band's album. And what are they going to do with it? So they get all this cryptocurrency, right, for the purchase of the album. What are they going to do? Are they going to go to some vegan pub in North London and spend it? Because last time I checked, very few places actually accept Bitcoin. And it was the odd eccentric pub that's like, oh, this is a new currency.
I've reached my destination, Sans.
You've reached your destination. Do I get a feeling that this podcast is just a filler for you to drive rather than listen to like music? Where is your destination?
I haven't spoken to you for well, what do you want me to
Okay.
What we were just saying about the exercise thing.
Yeah. Talk about the cryptocurrency. What's the top 5 tips for cryptocurrency? Buy Coinbase as an app. Load it up. Spend loads of money on cryptocurrency and just sit there watching it. Are you parking? Are you reversing? I think you've actually literally... Is it a nice place? I'm sure it's lovely.
Oh, God. That's probably my wireless headset.
Oh, right. Oh, you're not giving me the silent treatment. You are literally... Are you outside your house now?
I'm not outside my house, no.
Oh, where are you?
I'm outside. All right. Drum roll. And stop drum roll. The gym.
Are you actually going to the gym now?
Yeah. So that's why I called you, really, to for a bit of motivation. It didn't really work. So...
Well, I mean, if you told me right at the beginning that you're going to the gym and you need motivation, I would have done my bit to help you. So what are you going to do first? Are you going to do crunches, push-ups, just take a shower and watch other men exercise? What are you going to do?
Probably the third option.
Oh, excellent. I mean, it gets quite sweaty. Are you going to stand in the sauna? Then you can let all the sweat come out of your pores.
That sounds a bit creepy. But if I just say yes, will it stop you, or will it just indulge you more? I don't really know what to say now.
Yeah, it could go either way, essentially. So are you wearing like proper leotards, like skin tight kind of things?
Yeah. I'm. It's all about the skin tight leopard print lycra.
Oh, I'm going to start calling you Jane Fonda.
So we need to. Obviously, the exercise thing didn't work. So what's next with Just a Tip?
The Just a Tip is basically an opinion about things, essentially.
Okay.
Basically, Just a Tip was helping the general public, and the general public doesn't really care because the general public don't listen to us. Then we tried to do exercise thinking that we might out Joe Wicks, and that didn't help. So we're going to become topical, and we're going to help people that we read about in the news. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Do you know what's happening next couple of months?
So, Sans, what do people refer to you as?
I am now woke Asian guy.
Woke Asian guy.
You're now
Woke Asian guy.
Woke Asian guy. Okay.
Yes. The reason why I am woke Asian guy is just to annoy people. Because being woke is not my problem. It's everyone else's problem being culturally sensitive. So just to annoy everybody, I'm going to be woke Asian guy.
Yeah. Okay. So what
and
kind
as my opposite counterpart, I'm going to start calling you Michael Parkinson just for this podcast.
Michael Parkinson?
Yes, generic guy.
Okay. Generic.
Michael?
What's generic about me?
You're woke-ish, or try to be woke. You want to be woke.
So who am I then?
Well, you know what? You are the token white guy. You're the benchmark of trying to be politically correct and trying to be like culturally sensitive. So I've got a couple of opinions, and I'm going to see how you react to them, and to see how wannabe woke you are.
Okay. I mean, I didn't realise I did want to be woke, but yeah, okay.
Well, you got no choice. You have to be woke.
I mean, could you just explain what woke is, just so everyone's on the level playing field?
I mean, the easiest way is look at Jim Davidson. The antithesis of Jim Davidson is woke.
Jim Davidson is woke.
Yeah, well, he's anti-woke.
Oh, so Jim Davidson isn't woke?
No, he's not woke.
So the original question I've asked, right, and it's trying very hard for me to not swear at this question, is what the frig is woke?
Woke is being culturally sensitive to people around you. You can't stereotype people. You can't put people in boxes and corners. It's as simple as that.
And who's putting you in a box in the corner?
You are. Everybody.
Okay. Am I?
You're not even doing it now, but inside, you know you are.
Oh, I'm doing it subconsciously. I don't without even realizing it.
I mean,
Years and years.
It's those microaggressions. That's what it is. I mean, you parked up earlier and went into the supermarket. It's a sweet shop. You expected loads of Indian guys in there, didn't you?
Not really, because it was Tesco Express. So I didn't really, and even if it wasn't, I don't really know.
Okay, was Tesco's Express diverse? Did it have a broad range of people from different backgrounds?
Don't take this the wrong way, but I didn't really pay that much attention. I mean, is that, and I don't mean that in an insulting way. It's just because.
Well, you just insulted the entire staff. You don't even look at the staff like they're people.
I go in, I pick up what I want. I go to the help yourself counter.
The help yourself counter, but you don't walk past the actual serving counters. The security guards are there. Nobody. What? There's nobody else in there.
And
is your Tesco so social distance that it just has one customer at a time?
I'm also socially retarded, so I try and avoid eye contact where I can. So I don't really look at the people. Other than their shoes. So
you're not even on the woke radar. If you can't look at anybody, you can't judge people fairly.
Are you woke shaming?
Because in your eyes, everybody's complete luck.
Are you woke shaming me?
Oh, I'm not woke shaming you, but when you go into the supermarket, look up, look left, look right. Do you know what you should do? Here's some just a tip advice for you. Yeah, I'm going to try to develop your eye contact skills. When are we meeting up? What, next week?
Yeah.
Excellent. We're meeting up next week. I want you to go in the local supermarket that's nearest to the pub that we're going to drink in, and I want you to shoplift something. Put some shit in your pocket. Energy bars, yogurt. Let's put yogurt. Do you know why do you know why I want you to put yogurt in? All right, one, you're going to get stopped by the security guard, so you have to look at him because you have to make an excuse how you accidentally forgot to pay for this and how it accidentally ended up in your pocket. And I'll stand next to you and I'm going to punch you where that pocket is with the yogurt, and it's going to splash out everywhere. And that's going to look amazing in the CCTV cameras when it's played in court.
It's advising someone to shoplift. Is that woke?
I'm not advising you to shoplift. I'm putting you in a scenario where you can be.
You've just said
more culturally able.
You just said you're going to take me into a shop and get me to steal something.
Yes, to prove a point.
But that's advising me to shoplift.
Do you know what the equivalent is in the army? It's called live fire exercise. Yeah, this is when they fire live rounds above the heads of all those recruits when they're training. This is a middle-class live fire exercise. Do you look people in the eye when you go for a job interview?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? So you can make eye contact?
Yeah, because I want to give him money.
That's fair enough. Do you judge people when you do the interview?
It's been a long time since I've gone for a job interview.
Okay, that's fine. All right, then. So next time we meet up, we're going to do a mock job interview.
Okay.
And seeing as it's me, let's see how woke you are. See if you're going to unfairly judge me as I bombard you with loads of technical questions.
So you still haven't really answered. What is woke?
What is woke?
Why am I not woke?
I'm not reading this off a Wikipedia page or anything, but as far as I believe, woke means to be awake to sensitive social issues such as racism. Demonstrators from the Black Lives Matter movement, from which woke emerged. And I just thought of that off the top of my head.
That's pretty impressive.
So can we break that down? It means to be culturally sensitive.
And you're culturally sensitive, eh?
I don't have to be.
Why?
Because I'm the colour of bricks. And you know why? I can say that, and I can laugh.
So if I laughed at that, would that make me culturally insensitive?
Well, there you go. You see? This is how the tables have turned. You see, the lunatics are taking over the asylum.
Hang on.
So I can say and laugh, but if you laugh, I'm going to judge you and go, whoa.
Sans, firstly, you're the colour of bricks, right?
Yes, I'm the colour of bricks. Brick man.
What do you mean brick? Because the colour of bricks isn't that like a weird sort of orangey kind of colour you build houses in?
Yes, that's Donald Trump bricks. I am proper Victorian bricks. That was proper brown.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to put that on my CV. Victorian Brickman. Talk about that in the Avengers. Iron Man, Thor, Brickman. Brickman, what's your special powers? Oh, my special powers are woke.
Okay.
How many diverse characters in the Marvel universe? Oh, one cliche and another cliche, and Nick Fury, who, if I remember from the 70s cartoon, was a white guy with a dash of white hair on the side. So I think that's actually true progression, that a white guy from the 70s in the comics has turned into Samuel L. Jackson.
I mean, if I laugh at you doing this,
you're racist. Oh, you're definitely racist.
So if I'm laughing at you saying them, that I'm racist.
You might as well just have said it already.
Okay.
You know, next time we do the podcast, you just start off the podcast with, "Hey, Mr. Bricks, how are you? Have you got any structural deficiency?"
So
I can't even say deficiency.
How am I addressing you now? Is it Asian woke guy?
Woke Asian guy.
Woke Asian guy? Is it
woke Asian guy?
Wokey? Wokemeister General?
Yeah, in fact, Wokemeister General. That would actually be a great thing. I'm going to get a T-shirt made of that.
And then we could sell merch and try and get some money.
Yeah, we can have my face on it. That'd be quite good. It started a movement, a bowel movement.
Okay, so
I'm just painting you in a corner. You know that.
So, Mr.
Wokey McWoke face.
Yeah, so Mr. Wokey. Hey, Mr. Woke Man, play a song for me.
Do you know what? I'm going to get my own TV show. I'm going to call it Terry Woken. And I'm going to have an Irish accent.
Oh, no,
so I'm double dipping on my wokeism.
Why don't you you present a TV show with Norgan, right, called Woke Up Britain?
Have you been looking at QAnon? You're literally the kind of person that goes on QAnon and looks at conspiracy theories.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll put a link in the show notes. That'll blow people's minds.
So, Mr. Wokey McWakeface.
Yeah.
Woke Asian guy. Play a song for me? No. So what are you going to talk to me to try and teach me about woke?
Well, I don't know yet. It's only recently I've started this woke Asian guy and become inspired. So is there any subjects that you feel culturally insensitive about that you want me to help you with? When you get in the lift with a diverse crowd, are you okay with that?
Yeah. I don't know where this is heading because yes, I am. Yeah.
That's
no problem.
Absolutely brilliant. That's good. That is fantastic.
Shall we try and be topical? Who do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about something like Jim Davidson, because you just mentioned him, or do you want to talk about the Lord Mayor's race? Who's your favourite candidate?
Who's my favourite candidate? My favourite candidate is Drill Minister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not Drill Minister. Oh well. Wait a sec. What I don't understand is, okay, it's better than the two-party system in America for the presidency, right? So a lot of candidates can basically, I don't know how they do it, but they can basically put themselves up to be the Lord Mayor, right? But when it comes to voting, that's fine. You got Sadiq Khan, you've got other like Liberal Democrats and all that. But when you actually go for the list, right? First one I see, I forget your Lord Bucketheads and forget your Lawrence Foxes. They're the, self-promoting, funny, weird people. But you've got a drill rapper who wants to be Mayor of London, a guy called Drill Minister.
Yeah, I think it's Drill Minster, but yeah.
Is it Drill Minster? Oh, see, I'm not even woke enough. Yeah. In fact, wait a sec. Whoa. I'm looking at the website of all the people that are going for it. He's actually dropped out. Drill Minister is no longer running for Lord Mayor. Now, I got no problem with Drill Minster from Westminster going up for the Lord Mayor, right? I'm just worried that if people go crazy and mental and actually vote for him, let's say a bunch of people want to just change like Trump got in and he actually won. How do you think Drill Minister will actually run London? You tell me.
It might be a very nice boy and might be very good for the capital.
Okay, he has no political background. And apart from his slogan, which everyone uses, that cliche, we'll get London moving again, or we will revolutionize London. We will do all that. How's he going to run London on a day-to-day basis as a drill rapper?
He might wake up in the morning.
Yes.
Do a bit of drilling.
I don't need to be on an oil rig to do some drilling. I'm like the Exxon Valdez with all the oil I'm spilling. I'm willing, I'm illing, and do some socially distanced killing.
And then, you might Craig David hit. So, met a girl on Monday, took her for a drink, socially distanced on Tuesday, and then did COVID test on Wednesday. And and socially distance having sex with her on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, just chill on Sunday.
Okay, cool. So let's say, okay, this is actually a woke test for you. Let's pretend. Now, this is actually no disrespect to Drill Minister. This is actually like the situation of like if he actually came to power, how would he deal with certain things? So don't come around my place and shout at me, please, Drill Minister. We love you.
You tell me.
Yeah. So let's pretend you're Drill Minister, right? This is your woke test. Let's see how liberal you are. So you're in your office in City Hall. I've come in and you're doing whatever you're doing, right? I'm going to come in and say, okay, we've lost electricity for the entire city of London. There's no electricity. The grid's gone down. What do we do, Drill Minster? We need you.
Obviously, call people up to sort it.
You call. This is not broken plumbing in a house. This is the entire city of London that's just gone off the grid. And you're going to say, okay, who are you going to call, Drill Minster? Mayor Drill Minster? Who are you going to call?
He's talking to the grid. And so first things first, he gets on Twitter and he gets onto his PR people. He says, don't you worry, I've got the best team on the job fixing it. We're going to be back. I mean, obviously, like, you know, electricity down, so people probably can't really check Twitter. But when electricity is back, they'll see it, and then I think they'll go, "Oh yeah, I really appreciate that." What do you think, anyway? Because you spent 3 weeks writing this, so let's see the fruition.
Well, there is no fruition. There is just basically just my disbelief in the whole kind of like issue of people biting off more than they can chew. So, okay, yes, what's Drill Minster going to do? I've given you a live scenario, and you pretty much, surprisingly, given a great political style answer. I've got the best people on it. We'll get through this. We'll do it, blah, blah, blah. Boris Johnson does that all the time. You don't get any answers, but you feel confident that he's doing something. That's the annoying thing. So who's the other person, right? So you failed that one.
What do you think he would do? What do you think he'd do?
He'd do exactly what you've just said. He'd probably sit there in City Hall in the first few weeks going, this is amazing.
Mr. Wokey, right?
Yes.
Right. You asked me a question. You surely must have some sort of response for this question yourself.
Well,
or
no.
are you just one of these guys who just ask questions just because you think that it's gonna you want to ask outrageous questions, but really when the tables are turned, you cower into your corner and you haven't got a response at all, despite thinking and then saying that you've been writing this for 3.5 weeks, but actually you've got nothing to show for it. And so what exactly do you think he would do in that position? Put your money where your woke mouth is.
Well, this is like every piece of homework assignment I've done ever. I haven't put in the work. I've thought of a bold statement and I've got nothing to back it up with. How long have you known me, Kit? That's exactly how I roll. I was hoping you'd do all the talking as well, and you'd be like, yeah, hit the bull by the horns and like, yeah.
You're the white guy. I'm just the faceless white guy now.
Well, no, you're Michael Parkinson, so you have a name and you have a face. Sometimes it's hard to recognize you in the street when I meet up with you because, you know, you sort of have to wave or wear a cravat like a blind date. But, you know, that's fine. We can get past that. So the other person that's actually running for office, have you heard of a guy called Brian Rose?
Is that the guy who looks...
Yeah. Oh, wait a sec. Alarm going off. Alarm going off. This is fun, isn't it?
Is that the face?
That was the woke alarm that just went off. Yeah, what you just said now, just set the alarms off. Anyway, so what were you saying?
So that guy, what's his name? That you just said.
Oh, Brian Rose.
Is that the guy who looks like a headmaster?
Yes, he looks like an American headmaster. Nice suit, red tie, loves conspiracy theories, and American.
He is a pandemic denier, I believe.
Yes, he's a pandemic denier. He's had that conspiracy guy. I'm not going to go down the libelous route, but let's say he wins the Lord Mayor's race. You're going to have a known conspiracy theorist who's self-serving and he's a COVID denier running London. How do you think he's actually going to cope?
Well, he'll probably just be like, no, nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. It's all a conspiracy.
Yeah, the moon landings were fake. Who do you reckon he's going to get? In fact, I should have asked this about Drillminster. But who's he going to get to put into his team, in his committee? It's going to be the most insane people that you just drag from nowhere.
Who do you think he's going to put in?
I'm trying to think of like known conspiracy theories, wackos, and crazy people. Because the American equivalent is, do you remember when Trump got in?
Wait, Meister.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? What
Yes.
have you been writing?
What have I been writing?
Yeah, what have you been writing?
Oh, I've been writing stuff, poetry, like Hemingway.
You said that you've been writing a bit about the Mayor of London race.
Yeah, but I have to like read it in a literal sense. So I can't just read it up as it says. I have to like take the bullet points from it.
But you haven't said anything yet. All you've asked are questions which aren't particularly telling.
Yeah, and I'll put the answers in the show notes when I'm more articulate later on in the evening after I've had a few drinks. This is podcasting. It's non-linear. I will edit the fuck out of this to make us look like fucking smart people. You haven't sworn yet, have you?
Can you? No. Can
I'm pretty impressed.
Can you edit in like something funny? One of your funny woke opinions, please.
Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely edit in. I'll actually put a jingle in.
Woke Asian guy. It's not me that's the problem. It's you.
To actually denote, so the audience know that this is going to be a woke gag that's coming in.
Also, so talk about something funny. Do your rant about Jim Davidson. That's quite amusing.
No, we're bouncing. So I didn't want to talk about. We're literally putting all 6 cartridges of anything that we have to talk about in one episode. Then we'll have no episode 27.
Well, no, I only went down the Mayor of London race because I thought you actually had something to say about it, and it's clear that you haven't really.
Well, I did.
Well, you haven't said anything. You bait. What you've done is yeah, okay, I've done those. Yeah. So what do you think about this? Okay. Yeah. Well.
And I gave you live fire scenarios that if Drillminster was in City Hall, what would happen if a challenging issue came?
Yeah. Yeah, but then you kind of think that because usually when you do that on Mock the Week, they've scripted all of that, and which is what I thought that you've done, and so you'd kind of come back because I'd sort of say something lame, and then you'd come back with a pre-scripted idea,
yes,
which would be hilarious, and actually all you've done is you come back with a pre-scripted idea, which is basically like I don't really know.
I didn't say I don't really know. You see, I've sidelined that away. I've segued away from that, you see. And you do know that Mock the Week is filmed over a period of like 19 hours or whatever, 3 hours, and they edit that down to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like probably arguments or like, well, that what are you on about there? And they take all the best bits out, which is what we're going to do, which is why this podcast is only going to be 15 minutes.
5 seconds.
5 seconds, just like my wedding night. Nice.
So go on. So do one of your scripted bits then.
So I'm not going to do it now. I'm actually going to record the scripted bit and add it later on.
Okay. It's quite hard to work with that then, isn't it?
Well, I mean, to be honest, we're back in the Sadler sense, essentially, of talking shit, which is quite good. Not for anyone who's listening. Passes the time, doesn't it? You know, it's like us being in prison. Okay,
just do your Jim Davidson bit. Just do your Jim Davidson bit. Come on, it's your best bit. Just do your Jim Davidson bit.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do it as a record. You don't have to comment on it. In fact, I'm going to record it, send it to you while I'm editing this, and you can do your pre-scripted reply to it. Anyway, let's cut this nonsense on the head. Yeah. So, what's the resolution? Lord Mayor's race is completely mental, and it's just basically the most craziest people who just seem to be capable or think they're capable of the job. And Sadiq Khan's going to win by a landslide, so nothing changes.
Do you reckon he is?
Yeah, you go through the list. He's the most capable of all the least capable people. He has his faults, but he's going to win. It's as simple as that. Everyone's realized after the Trump presidency, when everyone thought they were going to get change and he was going to turn America into a business, and he just screwed it all up. No one's taking chances anymore. At the time of this recording, because I love it when it's as live, right? Lord Buckethead, who has no money for his campaign, has the same chance of winning percentage-wise than Lawrence Fox, who has spent £5 million.
Yeah.
Is that it? That's a pivotal moment. What's your thoughts on that, Kit?
But if Buckethead did get in, Lord Buckethead.
Yeah.
Then how would that would be a big change to London?
What
things would he implement?
Well, Well, that's the weird thing about
family
that.
KFCs.
Yeah. wait, I'm going to vote for him now. But the main thing is, Buckethead, along with Lord Such, are people that know they're not going to win. They're doing it for shits and giggles, and they know it's just a bit of fun. And on the side, you can see Buckethead in this most notorious thing. But you've got serious people with serious kind of like agendas who seriously think that they have a chance of winning. That's the disparity of it. Drill rapper, conspiracy theorist, Lawrence Fox, who God knows what he does now. Does he act? No. Does he walk around drinking pipes, smoking cigarettes? Yes. Does he talk posh? Yes. Is he divorced? Yes. Has he got 2 kids? Yes. Well, and those are the voting points.
I mean, do they think they're going to win, or is it just to up their profile?
Just up their profile. I mean, that helps, actually. That's a good point. You actually made a very valid wokish point.
We're now getting into very libelous terms, so we probably can't put any of that in.
Oh, no, most probably not. Hey, shall we release this on the dark web? Have you ever been on the train or walked down the street and just saw someone and just felt like you wanted to punch him in the face? Genuine question.
I mean, you don't sound very woke.
I haven't labelled anyone of any ethnicity, gender, or anything else. Just a person. You just look at that person and think, I just want to punch him in the face.
Yeah,
it's happened but they've not done anything. I've done it. It's happened to me twice before, by the way. Let me just say one thing. It's happened to me twice before. There was someone on the train. They were doing nothing apart from reading their book, but I just had this urge to punch him in the face. He just looked annoying. He looked at that kind of person at the party, at a random party, that would annoy me.
Random acts of aggression surely aren't woke.
Well, no, if I followed through with it and did punch him in the face for no reason, 1, I'd feel guilty afterwards. 2, I would have to check myself.
Or even random thoughts of aggression aren't woke.
Oh, come on. How many psychologist books do you need to read to find out we're all violent inside? Anyway, let's knock this nonsense on the head. So we've made a resolution. We'll come back. We'll definitely talk about Jim Davidson on the next one and try to make it not as libelous as possible. And we'll make some woke comments on that. Is that all right, Michael Parkinson?
Michael Caine, Billy Cully. Yeah, it's all good.
Excellent. All right, then. Well, we are going into a new direction now. So what jingle is it? What jingle are we going to do?
I think we need some drill music.
Excellent. I like that. So we're going to have an intro and outro of drill music.
Or just a... Because if we don't understand, then it's wordplay.
Excellent. And for our next podcast about Jim Davidson, along with other wokish comments, I think we will have a 70s sitcom theme going. So we're going to find one that's in public domain and use it.
What, a 70s sitcom theme tune?
Yes, for next podcast, for Jim Davidson.
Okay.
Because it's all about style. It's all about emotions.
Or theme from Big Break.
Hey, nice. Who did the music from Big Break?
I don't know. Some guy.
Some guy. Captain Sensible, who also did Happy Talk.
Okay.
Wow, there's no comedic value in that, but I felt I had to sound culturally knowledgeable about the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't even know if anyone's been listening to this nonsense. So, yeah, it's goodbye from me, woke Asian guy, and it's goodbye from Michael Parkinson. Say goodbye, Michael Parkinson.
Goodbye, Michael Parkinson.
Okay, goodbye.